All right, this is Will Zanders with the Regina Life Supreme team. In this particular video, we're going to talk about presentations at your weekly meetings. If you've seen the other videos on the 8 core commitments, you understand how important a weekly meeting is. The first part of your weekly meeting is going to be the presentation, where the host will come out and introduce the speaker, and the speaker is going to go ahead and do the presentation, but it's going to cover these same 6 steps no matter who does it, no matter where it's at. All these presentations will look pretty identical, especially numbers 2 through 6. Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to tell your story. We don't need a full life deal. You just want to talk about what you do for a living, your name, where you're from, what you like to do for a living, what you like about what you do for a living, what you don't like about it, and then why you're excited about the opportunity. So for me, where I'm not already a retired full-time network marketer, or who retired from a regular job anyway, still working network marketing, I would say my name's Will Zanders. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. And I'm in law enforcement for a couple of years now, and I love helping. I love serving people. I don't like the pay. I don't like being human target practice for criminals, and I don't like the fact that you end up working 60, sometimes 70 hours a week because you just don't know what's coming. I'm really excited about the opportunity because I feel like it can kind of get me into a safer line of work, network marketing. To my knowledge, no network marketer has ever been shot before for presenting the opportunity, so I think that'll be great for me, and I know that people make a lot of money in this industry, and I'm being coached and mentored by people who make a lot of money. So that's the story, and then I would move into the next piece of the presentation, which I have here. Industry, and you want to tell the industry story, okay? The industry story. And let me go back to the story for 1 second. Maybe you've already had some success in network marketing, and this is the story I typically tell nowadays. It's very short, doesn't take a lot of time, but I say my name's Will Zanders. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, and a couple short years ago, I was in the tail end of a law enforcement career that had a lot of ups and downs, but I was introduced to the industry of network marketing by a young man who was making $24,000 a month at 24 years old, okay? I got started in the industry. I made my money back in a week, doubled it in 2 weeks, and in less than 6.5 months, I had retired from that career, and I've been doing full-time network marketing ever since, and I absolutely love it. So the company we're going to talk about tonight is going to be called Regina Life, but before we get into the details, let's get into just a little bit about the industry. This industry is called network marketing. It's the second most lucrative payroll in the world behind professional sports. And most people do network marketing every day and just don't get paid, okay? Now, how many of you have ever made a recommendation for a movie, a restaurant, personal trainer, or a lawyer, anything like that? People raise their hands. Okay, great. When you made that recommendation and your friend or business partner or family member, they went to that restaurant or went and saw that movie or hired that personal trainer that you recommended, did you get a thank you check in the mail? No. Okay, so since you didn't get paid, but you're doing free advertising, you're already doing marketing for those companies and restaurants and big businesses, okay? What we want to do in this industry is help you get paid for the work you're already doing. Okay, our company is named Regina Life. Now what you'll notice right there, then I transition into the company story. All of this together takes about 2 minutes, okay? When we go to the company story, that's probably the first time or second time they've heard the company name, and they don't want a full, your crowd doesn't need a full financial audit of the company. They just need a couple of basic facts about the company. They're just trying to make a decision about whether or not the company is the good guys or bad guys. Are they Monsanto or are they New Orleans Saints? I mean, are they a good company or a bad company? That's really all it is. So this is literally what I say about the company. I say the company is named Regina Life, okay? They're based out of New Jersey, right here in the United States of America. The company's been around 10 years, so they're very, very stable. But in the industry of network marketing, they're almost unheard of. And that's a good thing because there's a huge, huge opportunity for growth. It's a health and wellness companies with some of the finest products in the world. And then I'll transition directly into the product story, okay? I'm not talking about the CEO with the company story and the administrative staff, and I'm not doing all that. With the products, I'm not going to turn this into a 3-hour product workshop. We have training specifically for that. We have huge product demos and trainings. All I want to do for the products, I want to say, look, these health and wellness products are incredible. They're all natural, and majority of them are all certified USDA organic. My favorite product is blank, and this is really, really why I like it. Not only is it affordable, it does exactly what it says it's going to do, and it does A, B, and C for me, and I noticed that within my first couple of weeks of using the product. And then because we'll have some guests in the room and some distributors are in the room at your weekly meeting, I want to ask for 2 or 3 testimonies, okay, from people about their favorite product and why. They're not going to mention price, and I have to tell people, I tell them this in the presentation, okay? I'm not making a claim. I'm not a doctor. I'm not claiming that these products cure, treat any disease, okay? Now that we got the legal formalities out of the way, I just want to get a couple of testimonies from people who are really using our products. So what's your favorite product? And they'll say, I love the Jagalon tea, and it does this, and I noticed this with my blood pressure, and it tastes delicious, and this and this. I go, fantastic. What about you? What's your favorite product? And they'll say, I love the Vitality Factor. My energy's through the roof. My libido's strong. I'm as strong as I've ever been in the gym. Okay, that's fantastic. What about you? What's your favorite product? I love the Longevity Factor. It feels like I'm 21 again, only with better judgment. I'm going, great. Okay, so we got those testimonies out of the way. Now, what did that little 90 seconds to 2 minutes about the products talk about? It satisfied your guest's desire to know a couple of things. Number one, are the products affordable? We never mentioned price, but obviously they're affordable. Your prospect now, your guest at the meeting, they know this now because 2 or 3 people plus you already talked about how much they love them. So obviously everybody could afford to buy them, so they're affordable. This is what else they need to know. Do the products work? Do they say what they say they're going to do? The answer is yes, because people had valid, true testimonies about the product, because one of our 8 core commitments we teach people with our organization, you need to be the product of the product, and this is why, okay? So then we move from the product part into what I consider the most important section of the presentation, which is training. This is when a lot of people go sideways because they forget to even talk about training. They talk about themselves for 6 hours. They don't even validate the industry. They just get to bragging on the company for another 6 hours. And they got armed guards at the back of the door so none of your guests can leave. And then they talk about the products for 3 hours. It's 15 hours. People do not want to be at presentations. You can cover 1, 2, 3, and 4 all within about 7 or 8, 10 minutes tops. You should be done with these first 4. Then you dive off into training for just a little bit, and you tell the group, look, all of the stuff that you need to know about how to build this business, we cover that in training. We have 2 sets of training systems here. One is going to be informational training, and that's going to be videos, DVDs, books, written materials and printed pieces, audios, okay, MP3s as well. We actually have webinars that are live and recorded. You can literally learn everything you need to know about building this business and all of the products. You can learn it 24 hours a day whenever you want to, whenever it's convenient for you, because we have so much information already set up for you that you can learn. We're going to start you off in the right path. We're going to get you started with your getting started training and teach you everything you need to know, but just understand, in case you ever need to see it again or at your own convenience, there's videos, webinars, live trainings in your area, live corporate training events around the country, national training calls once a week, live training webinars once a week. There's a training video library, which is amazing. There are so many written documents about the science and research behind the products and the ingredients. All the informational training you could ever want to be a success is right at your fingertips, okay? You can learn how to build this business from the comfort of your own phone. But we have a second type of training that is called on-the-job training, okay? The person who invited you here, your sponsor, your mentor, when people ask me, Will, what do I have to do to make my money? Okay, I asked them this, and they asked me that question. I said, look, all you have to do is set a few appointments, okay? We'll teach you in your informational training how to set appointments and avoid rejection. We'll teach you how to do that safely without getting your face ripped off, right? And if you set a few appointments, let your sponsor or mentor, let us go do the presentations for you. You can just sit back, take notes, and watch us sponsor people into your organization. Everybody who sees the plan is not going to join. And everybody who you invite to take a look at the plan is not going to look at the plan or a video. That's okay. Some people will, some people won't. So what? next. We just want to move through it. And if you set a couple of appointments, 5 or 6 appointments, 2 or 3 people probably join your organization, and then we teach them to do the same thing. You just need to sit back. Don't put a lot of stress on yourself. Just set a few appointments. Let your sponsor or mentor do the presentation for you. Handle all the objections, okay? And you just watch us as we sponsor people into your organization, and then you'll be learning while you're earning. It's a great concept, and we cover training, okay? And last but not least, we want to cover the compensation plan. Some people call it the marketing plan. And we actually did a separate video on that. It's titled The One by One. You can see a link to it at the bottom of this video. And it's a separate part where we do this video and we teach our one-by-one compensation plan, our one-by-one marketing plan, very, very, very lucrative, but again, very stable and so simple. Anybody can do it. It doesn't take a lot of time and requires no selling of any kind, okay? So that's kind of cool. So that's the 6 steps that you want to do for your presentation at your weekly meeting. That's the 6 steps. And this entire deal should never take longer than 20 minutes. It just shouldn't. If it's taking longer than 20 minutes, you're probably talking too much. I've been as guilty of that as anybody, okay? But when you really get this down, you want it duplicatable, and you do not want to deviate from a single step in order for a reason, okay? We'll cover duplication and why it's so important in another video. But for now, that's the 6 steps to your presentation. Practice it. Anybody can do it. You can use some of the same lingo I use if you want, totally up to you, but it should all be done within 20 minutes. When that part's done, you have a little circle up and you tell the people, get with the person who invited you here and they can answer any questions you have, and they're going to be signing up in the business on break. And then the second half of your weekly meeting, which should be including everything, should be around a 30 or 45 minute mark maybe. Then you'll do a little bit of training after that, and we have separate videos that we cover in training as well. So if you ever need to know what you need to train on that week, go into our video library, pick the training video for the appropriate week, learn it, internalize it, and then you'll be able to teach it at the training. So this is Will Zanders. Don't forget to check out the link below for the one-by-one marketing plan video. And go ahead and like this video, subscribe, okay? It's just good karma. And love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video with more content.